Okay, we have here today another integral from the UNSW CPMS Integration Bee 2023 Round 2 Problem 4. We have the integral from minus pi to pi, x sine squared x cosine to the fifth x dx. Now this is a case where it's actually another one of those 1 second integrals where the shortest method is going to be just put down the answer, and in this case the solution to this is going to be just 0. But how do we do it in 1 second? Well, what we can do is use the property of odd functions on this. So we have this property over here to the right with f of x as an odd function, and we need our bounds to be finite and symmetric around 0. That works here because we have this symmetry around 0 on our integral. And so if we use this property, we jump right to the solution of 0. So then in order to use this, all we need to do is somehow show ourselves that this is an odd function. And we have this definition down here to the right of an odd function that if we plug in minus x into our function, we just get back minus f of x. And of course, you don't really need to prove this out every time, because you can kind of do it visually. So for example, just notice that cosine's an even function. It's to the fifth power, but the power doesn't really matter on this because whatever we do with this, it's still going to be an even function. So this piece right here is even. Now sine is an odd function, but notice if you have an odd function, you bring this minus out front and then you square it. Well, then the minus becomes positive, and so this is also an even function. But now for x, we could just view this as an exponent of 1 or an odd exponent. So just this x here, this piece is actually odd. And so when you put these all together, it doesn't matter how many even functions we have. If we have just one odd function, then the whole thing's odd. If we had two odd functions, then it would become even again. But because we have an odd number of odd functions, the whole function, all of this is going to be odd. And of course, we can just demonstrate this really quick, making the whole integral our function and just using this definition. So if we just evaluate f of minus x, we're going to have here minus x. This is going to become sine minus x, but we have it all squared. And then this is going to be cosine to the fifth minus x. But because cosine's even, that minus is just going to be, we can turn that into a plus or make that go away. So we'll have minus x. Then, because sine is odd, we can use this definition and write this as minus sine x all squared cosine to the fifth x. But then when we square this sine term out, again, the minus becomes positive. We end up with sine squared x cosine to the fifth x. But then this piece right here, this is actually just our f of x. So what we have here with the minus out front, this is actually going to be just minus f of x, which is what we wanted to show here. So therefore this whole function, this is odd. And because it's odd, we use this and jump right to our solution of 0. So that's it. We'll stop it there. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a good day.